Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use Scratch. Um, Scratch is a website that will help you learn some of the fundamentals of coding by using what's called block programming. So if you go to scratch.mit.edu, this will be your screen should look something like this, and it shows you pictures. You may if you've used it before, then you know, but you will quickly become really good at it. What I need you to do is if you already have an account, click sign in. If you don't, you'll click join and create a username. Use your school ID here. This is the first part of your email address up to the @ symbol. I recommend using your email password here. And then if you want, click show to make sure it's there, then hit next. And there's a few other questions. It's going to ask you like when you were, like the month you were born and the year you were born or something like that. I already have an account, so I'm just going to sign in. And here's a look around. If you want to create a new project, you would go here. If you want to look at your old things you've worked on, right here. As a teacher, I have a few other buttons here, but so let's just click on create. And if I get ahead of you, just pause the video. So click on create and you will see, let's see, several categories. Okay, first of all, let me just up here. As you work on a project, you should hit save. If you are working on a project that's similar to another one you started, you may want to open it and then save a copy so you can branch out. You can even save them to your computer and then load them from your computer to work on them. You can't save them to your computer and double click them and expect them to open. Then edit, what do we have under edit? Yeah, I don't know what turbo mode is. Here you can click and rename your project. For now, I'd like y'all just to call this Scratch Practice, because we're going to do something together, and you're going to save this and submit it to me, okay? And if you hit enter, it saves it the first time. Now, looking down over here on the left, you see a bunch of categories. If I were to scroll down through, you'll notice they change color as you move down through. So, you've got the sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables, and some custom blocks we'll get into. There's a lot in here, and they're all about making this cat, I believe his name is Scratch, move around. So, and you have other things here. Don't change the costume yet, but eventually you will. So if you want to do your own, that's fine, but not on this one. Branch out and do this. You've also got sounds, and I'm so glad that you're doing this at home, because when I teach this in a class, you hear nothing but all the time, and it just drives me nuts. So now you get to annoy anyone at home with you. Knock yourself out. But for now, we're not going to mess with costumes or sounds. Let me just show you how some things work, okay? So I'm going to drag a block over here, and if I click this, he moves. Every time I click, he moves 10 steps. And if you watch, along the x-axis, he's moving 10 every time. If I put a negative in front of that, and then click it, he'll go the other way. If I want to put him back in the center, I can click and drag, and notice the numbers change. If you want to make sure he's exactly in the center, put zeros there and hit enter, he'll move. So no matter where he is, you can put him in the center. Also, I hope you're noticing that this one here that says go to, while it's sitting here, if I want him to go to this place right here, I would kind of eyeball, maybe I want him to go right there at the very beginning. Now that I let go, all these ones that have coordinates say that. And now maybe I want him to go here next. I'm going to grab this one. And so if I click this one, he'll go there. Click this one, he'll go there. And you can make him go all over the place. And you can stitch them together, but you're going to see that he's going to move so fast, you won't even know where he's gone. So if I put him here and I click this, he just goes to the last spot. To delete him, I'm just going to delete over there. And I'm going to put him in the center, 0, tab 0, and hit enter, and he's there. So these are all about motion, moving him. 10 steps, just so you know, this is 480 pixels wide and 360 pixels tall, but the center is 0, 0. So this direction is negative 240 and positive 240. This is going up is positive 180, and this is negative 180. So think of it like a coordinate plane in geometry where you have an X and a Y axis, just like this. And turning is turning in 15-degree increments, but it's going clockwise. So the direction that the hands of a clock go. And notice that's changing. And if we do this, we can take him back to 90 right there, or we can just type in a 90 and be done with that. All right. So a few other things. We've got sounds, we have events. Typically, you'll start your project with like one of these. As you get going, you may want to start them with a space bar. Or if I drag another one out here, I can say instead of a space bar, pick a letter. When I tap the letter H, he will make a sound. So let me get a, where's that cat? Right here. So if I press the letter H on my keyboard now, he'll do that. Or for motion, if I press the space bar, he'll move. I'm just pressing the space bar. Or if I click the flag, he'll turn. So here's the flag right here. All right, all kinds of cool things. And I'm just going to reset them to 0 and 90 here and be done. There are controls. You can repeat something. So if I want them to maybe repeat, maybe I want them to turn and take 10 steps and repeat 10 times. I'm not sure what that's going to do. That's 10 times. And I can maybe say 30 times. I click it, or I can even put it under the space bar. So if I hit the space bar, it does it. Or I can put it under the H, and if I tap the H key, it does that too. It does very little good. Now I'm going to create one. This is what I like to do. I like to always have one that puts them in the center. 0, 0. And this is like my, I create one for clear. So I'm going to do, not with the space bar, I'm going to use the letter C maybe for clear, or X, who knows, that whenever I press that, it's going to take him to the center, and I'm going to have him turn, let's see, point in direction 90. Remember, that's the direction. So no matter what he does, if I do this one, if I do this, he resets. So this one, I'm sorry, this one right here is like my reset. And I like to always have one that says reset, and I can delete, or you can right click on these and hit delete block, right click, delete. All right, so you've got looks, you've got, it could say it, we'll get into the voice stuff later, events and control, make them make them say something, if and then, sensing. You can play around with the camera. Let's see, there's one for your, oh no, never mind, I found it later. It's some other operation. But you need, for today's assignment, you need to add a new one, and these are pretty cool. I was playing around with the video sensing one, which you can, let me see if it'll work. If I add this, and see, there's myself on the camera, and let's see, let me get an event. And I'm going to say when the space bar, well, actually, I don't even, let's not mess with that. Go down to video sensing. And then when the video motion is something, it's going to play the cat sound. Where's that cat? So, okay. All right, I'm going to turn that off. Apparently 10 is very sensitive. So if I put it up to 50, and that may not be so very sensitive. But if I move, slowly, yeah. So I don't know what that would be good for, but anyway, that's kind of cool. So the video sensing, play around with that. That's not one you really need. So the one I'm wanting is this pen one. Click this. By the way, if I did that too fast, pause the video, rewind. You're going to be doing something where you have the pen either up or down. Oh, let me get rid of this. Dang it. I forgot that before. So I've got to get this one out here, and I'm going to turn the video off. Click it. It's done. That's the only way I know how to do it. Bring this one on, change it to off, and there. Let's see. So you could do some cool things. Wave at the camera and it goes away. So pen up, pen down. So let's see something out here. I'm going to get a pen up and a pen down out here. And I'm going to get a move. So here's motion. I'm going to, and I'm just going to click on these. And the way I build things is, first of all, make sure the pen is up. Like when I'm done, I'll clear, put the pen up, and then let's see, put the pen down. The pen is down. Now you just have to trust and move 10 steps. And move 10 steps. Pretty soon you'll see a trail of color. And then if I do a turn 15 degrees, I turn, I just click that a few times, then I move, then I turn, whatever. So as long as the pen is down, but if I come over here and I click pen up and move, it's not drawing anything. I have to put the pen down, click, and then move, and turn, and move. And of course you can change all of these. I can make this 50 if I want. Move, turn, move, turn, move, turn. Oops, that was a click and a drag. Anyway, so then there are some loops. I'm not sure how long I've been recording. I should have kept track of that. I don't want to make this video too long. So your assignment is to, let's see, is to make a, let's see, you're going to use the flag event. That will be your starter. And you're going to have Scratch. I'm going to reset. Okay, I'm going to press the letter C, or I'm just going to click this one. Oh, you know what? I want to add to my reset is an erase. Erase all. So no matter where he is, let's say he's got the pen down and I move him. Oh, that doesn't help. Yeah, he doesn't draw when he's being moved like that. But if I want to do this, I'm going to reset him. He's going to go to 0, 0. He's going to point to the right direction. And let me turn him just a little bit. And let me move him. Pen is down. So he's making marks, tracks everywhere, and boom, boom, boom. My reset will erase everything, put them back. That's kind of a convenient way to do that. And I kind of always create something like this. My reset one might get a little bit bigger if like I might have to put I might right click, duplicate this, put a pen up at the top. Just so I know, and actually I think the pen up can be down here. It shouldn't matter. I like it kind of at the top, so before it moves, the pen is up and it's not dragging. Think of your hand. When you're drawing on paper, you lift your hand up before you draw something else. So this is my default. I like to keep that there. So I'm going to put all these there because things are getting cluttered. So your goal is you're going to draw a completely enclosed shape. Don't forget you'll need to use the pen up and the pen down. And it has to be completely enclosed. And I don't mean, well, anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Completely enclosed. There can't be any lines connected to Scratch, so you have to put the pen, take the pen up and then move him somewhere else. And it has to be all done with the program. You can't draw it and then click and drag this guy out of the way. I have to be able to click this flag and he ends up where he's supposed to. So if you want, for example, plan your draw right here, move him out of the way, come up to the motion area, and by the way, you can use this glide. That's kind of cool. Let me, I'm getting sidetracked because this is kind of fun. So I'm going to reset him and I'm going to do this glide. The glide makes him move that way. That's kind of cool. Instead of going to, glide is kind of slick because you see him move. Anyway, so clear, glide, but if I wanted, I would put the pen down. Let's see. And maybe I would say, oh, it's a pen down, glide. Anyway, and then, oh well. So I'm going to erase all, start over. But I want him to end up out of the way. So at the very end, I would have a go to the center. So this will be your start. This will be your end. Oops. Yeah, so you just figured out. If you run out of room, you can do this. If things get pretty crazy, you can shrink your area or zoom in, doesn't matter. I'm not sure how big your laptop is, your screen is. I'm working on a big desktop computer, huge. So I've got all kinds of space here. I've only shrunk my window just so you guys can see it. But maybe, let's see, you could, well, practice. I'm going to let you figure it out. There are all kinds of ways to do it. There's no one in particular. When you're done, or as you work, you need to go over here and hit Save Now, and that'll update this. Then you can come back over. When you come back next time, you can look at all of your files. These are some things you'll be doing. You can open it by doing this, or see inside actually is what you want. You want to see inside. You will, once you're done, and you click this and it draws a, I guess we'll call it a polygon, okay? A polygon. It doesn't have to be an equilateral polygon, but a completed enclosed shape with a pen, and then the cat will end up somewhere off to the side so I can see it, okay? So end up putting him, you know, maybe off to the side. So this one might be your ending spot. If your shape is all along here, end up having him out of the way. So he'll draw it, and then I'll give you a hint. You may want to use something like a repeat. Think of, if I repeat something, think how would you draw a square? You would move, and you would turn, and you would repeat that 4 times. Or if it was a pentagon, you would move, you would turn, and you would repeat that 5 times. All right, so there's a good hint. You do have to understand the difference between an internal angle and an external angle. What helps is if you think of you walking around a building. If you were walking, I'm going to use this cat. If you're walking this way, straight, and you're going to do a square, how much would you turn to go from straight ahead to looking down? Okay. Or if it was a triangle, how much would you be turning? That's when it gets confusing. Or a pentagon. So ask your geometry teacher, figure it out, but some really cool things there, all right? But then end up with him out of the way somewhere off to the side so he's not inside. Make your figure a little bit small. But then when you're done, make sure you've hit Save Now, and you're going to hit this Share button, and you will click Copy the Link, and click this. It will copy that link, close that, and then you will go to Canvas. Oops, I'm leaving Scratch. All right, you'll go to Canvas. This is going to be for both of these classes, so you'll click on whichever class you're in, and you'll come over here. Let me get myself in student mode, student view. You'll come over here to this assignment, and it says, you know, all the instructions right there. and then hit submit assignment. Right here, you will paste that link and then submit the assignment. And then yay, oh, look at that. They give you all these cool little things. And then as the teacher, I will come over here and I will look at the home screen and I will see, oh, wow, to do. So I'm going to click this and I will say, oh, so-and-so did it. I don't know if I'll be able to see it in here. If I hit view in a tab, yeah, there we go. And then I can hit play and it will do what it did. Now mine doesn't have anything, okay? Because it was just nothing, but it would show that assignment. What does this do if I click this? Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. All right, so I think that's it. Let me get back out to Canvas here, and that's a good place to go. Why does it say untitled? I don't know. See inside. All right, so that's it, and good luck.